Alright, so in this video we're going to be talking about the top 5 best mods you can do to your E36, whether it's an M3 or a non-M. All these mods are compatible with all of them. So to start off, of course, we're going to start off with suspension. So on mine, I've got the Bilstein and H&R combo. Best thing you can go with for the price. Much better than going with cheaper coilovers. So this whole setup ran me about $1,300. But with that, you get Bilstein Shocks up front, the B8 series, so it's not the standard just replacement shocks. Along with that, you've got the H&R race coil springs. And in the rear, I actually went a little bit of a different route with the Coney yellows. As you can see, the ride height is pretty spot on. I am running quite a lot of negative camber up front, about -3.5 and about -2.5 in the rear. With that, you're going to be getting a very capable setup, very capable for on-road and on-track, also great in the canyons. Alright, and for number 2, we're going to be going with the M50 Manifold along with a cold air intake. So of course this only applies to the 6-cylinder OBD2 version cars, so the 323, the 328, and of course the M3 with the S52. So basically what you do, for people who don't know, you take the manifold, the intake manifold right over here, off a 325i, or of course the 1995 M3 with the S50 engine, and you swap it over to the OBD2 car. So basically these intake runners are about double as wide as the original ones, so you get a lot more airflow. It's supposed to increase about 20 to 30 horsepower. It actually did. I did dyno this car, did get a lot more power out of it. You do lose a bit of low end torque, but it makes up in the top end. And of course with that, I went with a cold air intake, nothing special, just a $40 eBay intake. And also as a bonus, I also deleted the traction control. You get a little bit more airflow because of course it doesn't cut off all power, but you do lose traction. Alright, and for mod number 3, we're going to move over to the interior. So in the interior, of course, it's not fully part of the interior. We're going to be talking about the shifter. So on my car, I've got this shifter off the Z3, which is a much shorter throw. So the stock throw is maybe about ½ an inch to an inch more than that. So this still feels OEM, of course, because it is OEM, but it's going to be a much better shifter feel than the stock E36 shifter. And with that, I also went with the ZHP knob, which is a weighted knob. Feels much better than the OEM knob. And along with the shifter, I'd also recommend doing the CDV delete, which is the clutch delay valve. Basically allows for more fluid to go through once you're disengaging the clutch. So with that CDV delete, you get a much better clutch feel. Your shifts, I guess, in a way, are more aggressive. It's just an overall better driving experience. And of course, we can't leave out any exhaust mods. So on my car, I've got a Stromung rear muffler, along with a resonator delete that has been replaced with an X pipe. So any bit of exhaust flow or any bit of airflow you can get out of this car is great. These cars love to breathe, so coupled with that M50 manifold and cold air intake, this exhaust does very well. This car dynoed at 233 wheel horsepower. Just for reference, a stock E36 M3 of this time came with 240 horsepower to the crank. Not to mention, the exhaust does sound amazing. I'll go ahead and insert a clip for you guys right now. So last but definitely not least, we're going to go with a very light wheel along with a very sticky tire. So on my car, I've got the BBS RC302s, the Motorsport Edition. Now these are very rare wheels, so they're not easy to come by. You can go with basically the replica of these, very quality made replica I might add, the Apex Arc 8s. Or you can go with like a Cosi K1, very light wheels. Overall, really does improve the drive of the car. Along with the sticky tires, you never complain about grip in the canyons. So it's definitely a must with a car like this. So that's what I think the top 5 best mods are for the E36. Obviously there are quite a lot more mods I have done to this car. If you'd like to know any more, just go ahead and follow me on Instagram at E36Guy. I do have quite a few pictures posted over there explaining the mods. But yeah, subscribe for more videos, like, comment what I can improve on, what you'd like to see, and I'll see you in the next video.